The shiur is dedicated L'Zecher Nishmas Rachaleya Bas Rav Chaim Tzvi. We are studying Yirmiyahu and Navi. We are going to begin Perek Lamed Zayin. Again, a Perek that deals with the intrigue of Tzidkiyahu HaMelech, Tzidkiyahu the son of Yoshiyahu. And the very first pasuk already tells us that Vayimloch Melech Tzidkiyahu ben Yoshiyahu. Here we have Tzidkiyahu HaMelech, who replaces his father Tachas Kanyohu ben Yehoyakim, instead of Kanyohu ben Yehoyakim Asher Himlich Nebuchadnezzar Melech Babel Be'eretz Yehuda. Here we're talking about a situation where we have Kanyohu ben Yehoyakim, and the Tanakh tells us that the reign of Yehoyakim was only 3 months, and therefore Yehoyakim, or Kanyohu as he's called here by the Navi ben Yehoyakim, he's not necessarily considered to be a melech. He doesn't have a din melech since his tenure was only for a short period of time. And the psukim now are going to discuss exactly what is going to transpire between Tzidkiyahu HaMelech and Yirmiyahu HaNavi. Let's read a few psukim and then we will comment. Here we have a striking pasuk, pasuk Beis. V'lo shamahu ba'avodav yama'aretz el divrei Hashem asher diber b'yad Yirmiyahu HaNavi. The Pshuto Shemikra indicates that Tzidkiyahu HaMelech did not listen to the Dvar Hashem, neither he, nor his servants, nor the people of the land. They did not listen to the Nevuah that was spoken through Yirmiyahu HaNavi. Of course, Yirmiyahu HaNavi had predicted the Beit Hamikdash, the Churban of Yerushalayim, and Tzidkiyahu was given an opportunity to essentially surrender to Nebuchadnezzar. If had he done so, his life would have been spared, he would have been saved. And had the people of Yerushalayim surrendered as well, they also would have been spared considerable agony. But that was not the case to be, because as Chazal tell us, and we'll be discussing that momentarily, even though Tzidkiyahu was a tremendous tzaddik, Taisus writes that he's a tzaddik gomer haya, he was a totally righteous person, and yet he was surrounded, unfortunately and tragically, by a door of Rishoyim, a door of wicked people. And so the psukim now tell us in Pasuk Gimel, Vayishlach HaMelech Tzidkiyahu es Yehuchal ben Shalemya v'Yesvanyo ben Masei HaKohen el Yirmiyahu HaNavi lemor Hispalono ba'adeinu el Hashem Elokeinu. Here they asked Yirmiyahu to intervene and to daven on their behalf to Hashem Yisbarach. We'll also be discussing the nature of this tefillah momentarily. What seems to be somewhat difficult is the juxtaposition of these two psukim. In Pasuk Beis we just read that Tzidkiyahu v'avodav yamaretz, do not hearken, do not listen to the divrei Hashem asher diber b'yad Yirmiyahu HaNavi, and a pasuk later Tzidkiyahu asked Yirmiyahu HaNavi hispalna ba'adeinu el Hashem Elokeinu. Unquestionably, Tzidkiyahu himself, as we mentioned, was a tzaddik gomer, and certainly looked to the words of the Navi for solace, for nechama and comfort. Certainly was ready to follow the divrei nevuah of Yirmiyahu HaNavi. Unfortunately, his door was not, and he was not able to prevail to overcome the generation that he lived in. Pasuk continues and tells us, Yirmiyahu was able to somehow travel among the people. He was not imprisoned. Rashi quotes from Chazal. Rashi indicates that, we'll read the language of Rashi, Shemelech Tzidkiyahu tziva v'hotzia m'beis hakele sheklo Yehoyakim. Tzidkiyahu, when he became melech, so Rashi says, he gave an order to free Yirmiyahu HaNavi from incarceration. Yehoyakim had imprisoned Yirmiyahu HaNavi, and now he had been freed by Tzidkiyahu. And Rashi continues, Tzidkiyahu haya tzaddik b'dor rishoyim. Here we have two different personalities. Tzidkiyahu HaMelech, a great tzaddik, surrounded by a door of wicked people. Yehoyakim haya rasha b'dor tzaddikim. Yehoyakim, pum fakir, the very reverse. He was a rasha, and his door was a door of tzaddikim. And so here we have Tzidkiyahu asking Yirmiyahu Hanavi to daven Ba'adeinu El Hashem Elokeinu. So we want to examine somewhat these two personalities, the personality of Tzidkiyahu, and Rashi contrasts Tzidkiyahu with the Melech Yehoyakim, a Melech who was a terrible Rasha, but surrounded by a door of tzaddikim. Ma'ashenkin Tzidkiyahu was a great tzaddik, surrounded by a door of Rishoyim. We will contrast them based on a very famous hesped that was given by the Beis Halevi, Zecher Tzaddik de Bracha, Rabbi Avishai David Halevi Soloveitchik, Zatzal, when the Rav of Varsha, of Warsaw, passed away. His name was Rabbi Yaakov Gesundheit Zatzal. The Beis Halevi was masped him in a very profound